Boy, I almost didn't make it in here. Karen, oh boy. Um, Welcome to Investigator News, and this is the Weather and Lifestyle News channel and or show. And we're back on Investigator News 2. The reason I'm frazzled a little bit is um, I let you guys know a little bit about what's going on in my life, but there was a gun taken to my son's school today, and he was threatened. So I'm kind of a little bit. Uh, I just found out about it not even an hour ago. And so, we're busy calling the school, calling the police, calling to find out what happened. And he was threatened, and so was his girlfriend. Um, they did get the kid, I guess. Well, we're not real sure what happened. They're keeping it confidential. So, wow. Karen, what do you think? Oh, here I say this is Mayberry. Mayberry with a gun. Conway schools with a gun today. Does Conway know about this? So yeah, Karen, Karen's trying to get everything in here. Now I am on two platforms on YouTube. So if you are an Investigator News Network, we are back on News 2. So if you want to come over here, you can bail out a network and come here, or you can stay where you're at. The show's going to continue. Um, I'll probably do this during the World War III report today. And I'm sorry, folks. I'm just kind of frazzled a little bit. So, and I had to run in here really quick because his mom is here, and we're trying to sort things out. Um, uh, so, so we have the World War III report coming up, and I will do both platforms again for so everybody knows we're back. Now, I just want to let everybody know if we disappear from an investigator news um, 2, you can always find us on Investigator News Network on YouTube. So we're not gonna you're not gonna miss anything. Now I did post the funny post to kind of let everybody know we're back. Karen, did you get it? And Linda is saying um, that she has been blocked from the show. Now, I was looking through some of my shows, and it seems when I get close to 100 viewers, all of a sudden I'm blocked. It seems like I'm blocked, and I go right back down to just a few people. So there's some YouTube is, I believe, shadow banning me. All right, the weather. Boy, the weather here, it's starting to rain. We got a big storm coming. Um, it is severe thunderstorms down in Texas. So we got Miss Davis ready to give us our news, or not our news. You see, Karen, I'm all messed up. I don't know. Maybe I should have delayed this a little bit and got my head together. Um, uh, so we got Miss Davis to give us the weather. And then I've got an earthquake report and then a volcano report. So this is going to be a big weather and lifestyle news day. And then, forget about the bears on the trampoline, Karen. We got deers jumping on the beds. I thought the bears were cool, but when I seen the deer jump through the window and jump on the bed, I was like, oh, way better than the bears, way better than the bears. You know what I want to see is an alligator jump through the window and jump on a dog bed. Yeah, and then I got, boy, I might have to do this full story on Monday because this dog was shot over a dozen times. And folks, I looked at this and I thought, what is all them little squares? So, you'll see it. And that's what you wonder is what are the squares on this dog? I thought, what did he get into that put squares all over? And I'm thinking, what kind of instrument would put squares on a dog? Well, when we get into this, you guys will see. Very sad. It might break your heart, but it might piss you off. Okay, so the weather. Here we go with Miss Davis.
Here's a look at your national forecast on this Wednesday, and severe weather. That's what we're going to be watching for along the south. Two areas of concern here: Texas, southern Oklahoma, in the southern plains, and along the east coast in Florida. You will have some storms today to watch out for. Now, out to the west, well, here's where we're dealing with dry conditions and really pleasant temperatures across the board here. The West right now has the best weather. It's the further east you go where that weather starts to get messy, and Thursday is no exception. Take a look at that rain through the middle part of the country. Severe weather will continue along the Gulf Coast, and we'll have cooler than average temperatures along the east as well.
Okay, so there we have it. We're going to be
Here's
looking
a
at
look at your
weather.
national.
Hush, hush, woman, hush, woman. Yeah, push the button, Ellie. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. They're telling me push the button, Ellie. Yeah, I pushed it. I shut her up before I added my few little words in there. So how are y'all doing today? Where is everybody, Karen? Did they? I think everybody's confused. Do I go to two or do I go to network? Well, I'll stay here on Facebook. But wow, Facebook's growing. I thank all of you on Facebook that are watching. This is just tremendous. Um, and let's push to 750. You know, I would love to get my 1,000 viewers back that should be here on YouTube, but I don't know what happened to them. I think they've been blocked like they did Linda. Hey, there's William. William, you ready for all this? William, I get off the phone with you and then I get horrible news, that freaked me out for at least an hour. And it wouldn't be so bad if the kid with the gun wasn't after my grandson. He wants to shoot him. I think that's what got has me shook up the most. Because do we send them to school? Do we not? Do we take them to school and bring them home? And what do you do when your kid's threatened with a gun? By a gang member. Gang members to me are terrorists anymore because they don't do this legally, and all they do is threaten other people. That's a terrorist. Okay, let's move on to because I got lots. Our latest earthquakes. Oh my goodness, folks, look at this. They are so equally spaced all the way around. If you, when I looked at it on a just on the main fault lines, it's like wow, wow, what is going on? And Dutchens did say there was a 7 pointer in Indonesia. Now he did say that. So that I guess I got to start at the bottom of. Let me make sure I don't have anything low, anything high. And the recent one, oh, I better start with this recent one in Indonesia. This was a 5.1. That's the recent one. So now if we go down to New Zealand, they had a 5.2. And guess what? Dutch Sense was telling me that Australia has had an earthquake hit equally spaced in between ones and twos all the way around the edge of the island or the country. He said he's never seen anything like this. Tell William hello for her. William, what are you doing? Are you on the wrong platform or something? Who's on the wrong platform that you all can't see each other? Now quit that. Come together. Be, come together. Peace. What was that song? I'd like to teach the world to sing. Yeah. Uh, and we are the world. We are the children. Yeah. Get together in peace. Not that Karen and William are fighting or nothing. Karen's like, I'm gonna throw popcorn at you, Ellie. Focus, focus. Karen says he's not on two. William, we are on two, and you're on network, and the others are on Facebook. But it's okay. I don't know. I'll still see everybody's um, post, and I'll see your comments. See, William. Tell William hello for me. So everybody is all over. Now, you can imagine if I had Rumble going And Rumble will not let me add this. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. I'd like to add Rumble, but I'm seeing others that are doing a separate show on Rumble. So I think they're having the same issues. Um, and I might need to, and do um, Rumble too, because there are a lot of people on Rumble that would love to see our shows. And on Rumble, I could say a little bit more than what I could say on here, and we might not get a strike. I still went through and looked at the strike, and I can't find it what they're talking about. Even the portion they gave me, I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And what do? I send them a rebuttal saying I don't get it, that we didn't say anything, close to what you're claiming. And what they're going to say? Appeal denied. Yeah, we're everywhere. There you go, Karen. We're everywhere, there you go. Everywhere, threes, because we're in three spots today. Boy, isn't that fun. All right, so the earthquakes. So we had this one down in North New Zealand, and then we move up, and then it dropped in Vanuatu. But now I looked at the Vanuatu volcanoes, and they're very, very active and stronger than normal, they say. Then we move on to Papua New Guinea at a 5.0. The next biggest one, boy, they just had a new one. In Russia, that was a 5.0 because he was going through and saying 5.0, 5.0, 5.0. And he said, and they're all deep. And he said, deep isn't good right now. And then, along where the volcanoes are, the Aleutian Islands, that was a 3.9 low, 3.0, it got smaller. Then, what got me was we get to Tres, California, and that's a three. It's still a three. We still have a three in Banning, California. Over to White City, New Mexico, it's still a three. On the islands are all twos and threes. And I thought, okay, it started off really big and then it just stopped. Why did it stop in Russia? It should have, and I think this was his concern. He was reading into all the way up to the East Coast, where we seen the one up, the highest one in, I can't remember what it was. Was it Maine or Massachusetts? And he said, something's up, something's up. This is going all the way around all the fault lines equally spaced. So what's that mean? He always says they fill in between. But what I'm finding, and he said it normally goes and it go 5, 5, 5 all the way around the ring of fire. It should. Why did it stop? Well, when we look straight across, remember I was waiting for something over in Italy? Well, straight across on the deeps, we have a 5.1 in Greece. There's where the fives picked back up. Now, can it cross the globe like that? It can. And why? Because we had the 5.0 in Papua New Guinea. And if you go straight across on the fault lines, what we're looking at is um, Batu, Indonesia, 5.1. Then we go down to Indian Ridge, 5.7. And then, of course, we go up to Greece, and there's your 5.1. It didn't quit. It stops there. And what does that mean? I'm still with Dutch sense on it will go to Europe, Iceland, or will it go, if it goes straight across, that's the eastern coast of the United States? Or are we going to see it again at the bottom? And, does this mean this is Revelation and the end of the world? No, far from it. We would see fives to move to sixes, all of the sixes all the way around our globe move to sevens, and then a big eight. That's when I would think that the book of Revelation was coming to life. So don't let people say, oh, all these earthquakes, because it's written in Revelation. No, it is. What did Christ say? He said, We will see earthquakes in diverse places in spots it shouldn't be. We are seeing that. But he said there was more. So it's not yet. It's not yet. All right. So the deer, I know you guys are just dying for this deer. A deer breaks through a window in a Michigan home and jumps on the family's bed. Yeah, it's going to take some dough. Dough, yeah, it was a doe. It was a doe, a deer, you know. It's going to take some dough, a few bucks, to make the window repairs in the family home. And the police shared that at 4 p.m. on Monday. The Michigan family of five heard their front window smash. However, the loud crash was not from a human trespasser or someone throwing a rock at their window. It was a deer that went dashing through the house. And quickly, they called 911. And when they got there, the deer was jumping on the kid's bed. I mean, he crashed through the living room, found, of course, the family pulled all together and pulled their kids to safety. When the police came, they found the deer jumping on the bed. Now, that's way better than the whole, um, I got to show you guys this. Oh, here's the deer jumping on the bed. See? And he crashed through the living room window of all things. Now, you say, oh, come on, maybe he didn't, or she didn't. There she is. There's the first picture. You can see the glass and her looking at it, and found her way to the children's room and was jumping on the bed. Um, how many monkeys jumping on the bed? Forget the monkeys. Forget the bears on the trampoline. This is a deer jumping on the bed. So as it ends up, they chased him out and he ran away. The police officer sent the doe on her way back to maybe find another house. She could become a habitual bed jumper. Um, and the cop said, no, maybe not. Um, but once they break in, they say they're looking for food, and it could be that they hit up other um, houses in that neighborhood. But they said it didn't go for food. It looked for that room, got on the bed, and started jumping on the bed. Ain't that way better? And that's way better than the bears on the trampoline. I thought that was a really cool story. Um, and you know what? There is a rare wolf. We don't see black wolves that often. It's like white ones. I think they're very, very rare, according to um, uh, 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 not only PETA, but um, forestry services are saying, they see them more than anybody. And they said to see a white one, pure white, is odd. And so is seeing a black one. And they said that there is only 2%. 1% are white, 2% are black. And so here we go. We have a black wolf that was spotted. So this is a rare occasion. So you see, it's a mutation, and they say that about white. Albinos are considered a mutation. I don't think so. I think they're a blessing, and they're a blessing of beauty to see the albinos. But now, I don't think a lot of people, I think a lot of the viewers out there are thinking, well, I thought there was tons of black wolves. No, they're very, very rare. So they caught one, and very rare to be able to catch one on film. So today you've seen something very rare. And how long will it be before we see the next black wolf, they said? It could be 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, or maybe never again. Wow. Hello, Miss Susan. All right. So onward. On uh, Just any of now, William might remember this guy. Um, no, I'm sorry, wrong guy. All of you remember John Wilkes Booth. I thought it was the other guy. Um, April 26, 1865, John Wilkes Booth is killed by Union troops for murdering Lincoln. So today, that's a historical part. Um, the one I was going to tell you is I thought this was it. Harry Belafonte, civil rights trailblazer and activist, dead at 96 years old, folks. If you remember Harry Belafonte, I do. I do. Um, he made a big political statement when he published online. Or not. Oh boy, he was published online basically so many decades later. Um, he is best known for an entertainment giant who began groundbreaking as an actor, singer. He became an activist, part of um, the civil rights movement. Now, he sometimes marched with the civil rights movement, and he was very well known for everybody knows this one. I know everybody going to sing it for me if I say the song that he was famous for. Does anybody remember? You hope you're not a mutation. I hope me either, William. I don't want to see what you'd mutate to. I'd mutate into a horrible hissy cat. Yeah, I'd be one of the mean cats that they're going to just, I'd be a strange brew out in the middle of nowhere. Never seen. Never seen. All right. So, does anybody know what he's known for? Come on, Karen, you're good at music. Um, Belafonte, what was his biggest hit? You guys remember? Deo, Deo, Banana Boat song. That's what he's known for. So, Belafonte passed away at the age of 96. All right. Montana's pollution. Um, Montana has pollution? That's what I said. That's why I clicked on it. I said, what kind of pollution does Montana have? They don't have nothing there. And come to find out, fire retardant. Yeah, the Democrat portion of the Senate and Congress have now decided that fire retardant is pollution, and they don't want no part of it. But what happens when a fire hits? What are they going to count on the forestry to put it out? Um, Fire retardant has been used for a very long time, and it has helped stop a lot of fires. But not Montana. Montana legislators and um, representatives, Senate, and Congress, and city councils all agree that fire retardant is pollution. Huh. Wow. I didn't know that. All right. So Nintendo changes the name of the Mario Brothers character. He's offensive. Yeah. I don't watch too much Mario Brothers, so I couldn't tell you. But um, it's based on the famous Mario Brother franchise from Nintendo, and finding um, that this um, characters such as Mario, Donkey Kong, Princess Peach. I don't know none of these. I'm lost on this one. Um, the character name is offensive. They say, "What's wrong with Mario? Really? What's wrong with Mario? What do they want to call her, Marie? I don't know." His original name was Blackie, as the Western audience have noticed, and that's offensive. And so Nintendo basically they have officially changed his name from the character Blackie that appears in familiar software. Wrecking Crew will be now changed to Spike. I mean, is Blackie not allowed anymore? Black not allowed? What are they going to change the color crayon to? Spike? No, is a black color crayon going to become offensive? I granted this is just a little cartoon character named Blackie, but that's what came across me. Is everything black going to be changed to a different name? Was it going to be dark? So many African Americans go by black. They're very proud to be black. Stand up, folks. That's just wrong. Don't let these woke people get you. Yeah. Um, what happened to my? Okay. So Australian authorities um, arrest dozens of people on a plane. Um, there was two altercations that occurred on a flight, leading to an emergency return to the airport, reciting that there was a brawl, a total flight brawl on the Australian airline. Um, Boy, that must have been something. There was two fights that merged into a big brawl that was on the plane. I Now I'm kind of worried about flying. I'm going to hear someone get offensive or someone say something and start a brawl, and I'm going to get in there to break it up, and we could have a brawl on my plane because we got to stand up, folks. Karen, is it out of hand for what? The brawl on the plane or Blackie? I can't. Are they going to change the crayon name? Because they're big on crayons. All these woke, they want a color. They want color books. I grew out of color books in first grade, maybe third grade. Yeah, yeah. I don't understand it. So let's get back to this plane. Um, it was showed a person swinging a green bottle during one of the commotions. Um, they said that well, what happened to the article? It went blank on me. Um, the second fight reportedly took place after it happened and had departed again. So when they went, when they went back and they landed and got the first set of brawlers off the plane, they took off again, and a second fight ensued. Um, I guess they didn't get all the bullies off the plane. Why are there bullies on the planes? Come on, folks, we're adults. When I fly, folks, I look around. When I get on the plane, usually they want to put me up front, and I'm like, I want I want the back towards the bathrooms. I want easy access to where all the stewardesses hang out for free drinks. That's how I feel. And I look around, and there are more adults over the age of 30 than anything. And who do you sit next to on a plane? A lot of people look for all them empty seats, and then guess what? Then you get someone that's looking for a nice place to sit, and they think you look nice. And then you end up with someone that wants to put their head over on your side, and they're breathing and snoring. They got onion breath, and they take up your foot space and complain I eat too much. Yeah, I eat the whole time I'm on the plane. I just eat and drink and eat and eat and eat. And I think because I'm so nervous. And I've actually had someone tell me, you eat too much. And so, you know what I say? Want some? Normally they take it. I think that's all the reason why that he complained at me is because he wanted some, and it was something he liked. So I share. And I ended up having a very neat conversation with the gentleman until we landed. And he actually shook my hand and said he was glad he met me. I said, you just wanted my snacks. He goes, yes, I did. So, um, I'm a nice person. I'm fun. I'm fun to travel with. I'm fun to be around. I'm not being conceited, folks. Ask Karen. She's traveled with me or been with me on vacation. I'm very fun. I love to party. and not just to drink. I love to play, put together little games that we can keep everybody going and laughing. And I want to be the hey, like William says, he's the host with the most. That's what I try to be when I travel or go to a family and friends' house. I like to be active and have everybody have a good time and just a lot of laughter. All right, so Alvin Bragg, and I know I don't like to do news on this channel, but I just wanted to let you know that he says he has the power to change the justice system by declining to charge criminals, pulling more and more felonies down to misdemeanors. So I'm not gonna go any further with that because I don't do news on here that much. But that shows you to watch your when he says that the crime rate has lowered in his city or the state. And this is why, because he says he has the power to change the justice system by declining to charge criminals. All right. So let's get to this. And I'm going to do this story on Monday, I think. Um, because this one it's a lot bigger than what I can feed you guys today. So this woman come home and she discovered what looked like bug bites. Who was it? It might have been. I'm not sure if it's DB or someone else that posted this to me and said, "Take a look." So the dog, when she got home, looked like he was covered in bug bites. Then she got a closer look. Now this is the picture of. Remember, I said the dog had squares. Um, now take a look at this. Now see all the squares. Um, so that's what I was. It was far away, and I was like, "Why has this dog got squares all over it? What the heck happened to this dog?" Um, and I think that's it wasn't square marks when she got home, but it was odd marks that she. There was lots of them, and she said, "Oh my God, he got into something. He got bit. He's what?" Um, and he is 100-pound mastiff, a puppy named Jackson. And when she started looking at these bumps, she thought, why are these raised bumps? What are these? And she got a really good look and she realized these weren't bug bites at all. These were BB gun marks. This dog had been shot dozens of times by a BB gun, and the little pellets were underneath his skin. No, it wasn't a shotgun, Karen. This was BB gun. This was a BB gun. The vet also estimated 20, maybe even 30, um, that struck the dog and bounced off. So some of the dozens that you see, um, some of them penetrated the skin, some of them bounced off but left the mark. Can you imagine what that dog went through? Yike, yike, yike. We don't know what kind of BB gun it was used. I don't think they have an automatic BB gun. Now I'm going to have to look into it. That's why I want to do this story on Monday. The police said they've never seen an animal shot so many times. For what? And it's a very bad case to see. In addition, the BB gun pellets, the police found methamphetamine and drug paraphernalia um, all around the neighbor's home that actually did this. So, what I want to say is, I gave you part of it. You have to come back Monday and watch it. You're going to have to come back Monday and watch the whole story. Um, but let me. I want to show you. BB guns. They say BB guns can kill. If he would have shot him just right or deep enough, close enough, obviously he wasn't um, close enough to actually hurt this dog. I'm going to show you the picture again. So now you can understand what the squares are because the vet had to shave around to be able to get these little BBs out of this dog. Um, and you could see there's at least a dozen on his back. Um, and you can see it's underneath the dog. It's on his chest. I mean, this dog has been hit dozens of times. Um, Boy, I'm gonna go ahead and take the chance on this and show you guys. Oops.
Then Hayden noticed
He had some marks on him, and we thought, they were bug bites and stuff. But then Saturday night, I started noticing holes on him.
she took Jackson to the vet Monday, where she learned her dog had been shot repeatedly with BBs and pellets.
I was in shock. Yeah, I didn't even know what to think.
The vet removed 20 BBs and 7 pellets from Jackson, but police told Hayden
20 some pulled out of him, 20 some that were probably still in him, and then over 20 some that probably hit him and bounced off. So he said there was probably over 60 some that actually were shot at him.
Okay, I don't want to go too far with that. 60 times. Okay, so stay tuned on Monday for that. But I wanted to give you guys, because I would really like to do a really in-depth story on this because BB guns are deadly, and people think, I tell you guys, get a BB gun. It'll hurt somebody, it'll sting them. It'll hurt, it'll penetrate, and if you're close enough, you can hurt somebody seriously. They're not, they're not the little BB gun that, the Red Ryder that we thought of. You're going to shoot your eye out, kid. You know, yeah, you could. What if he would have shot that dog's eye out? Wow, folks, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with these people? I just, and I look at my neighbors and thank God all my neighbors got pets. I don't have anybody. I got a puppy. Is Linda in here? Linda G. She's got a puppy. I mean, what if, we have to worry when we let our dogs out back and just let them run free? Or what about, while we're gone and they're in the backyard or in an enclosure? We don't know what will happen to our pets is when we leave our house. That's why my dog comes everywhere with me. So, ah, what if a kid had been with the dog? I think, I thought about that, Miss Linda, and it probably wouldn't have. Nothing probably would have happened. He waited until they were gone to do something. Um, but what's not to say if the kid was out there making noises and it irritated this neighbor, would he have shot their kid? Yeah, we have a mental health issue in this country. I tell you. Um, all right, so I'm going to move on because it's time for um, the funny list. We were already almost into mine and Williams hour. Uh, so successful party test, and I know I've done this before. Well, let me see what this other one is. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I like this one way better since we're talking families. This is the top 10 signs your family is stressed. I like that better than the party. All right, so conversations off conversations often begin with put the gun down and we can talk. Yeah, neighbor, put the gun down. The school principal, boy, let me get a drink. We got rain, and Karen knows what happens with the rain with me. I get all coffee. All right. The school principal has your number on speed dial. Your cat is on Valium. Well, that's really stressed. This is a top 10 signs your family's stressed. When the cat's on Valium, somebody's stressed out. You're trying to get your 4-year-old to switch to decaffeinated. Yeah, the number of jobs held down by family members exceeds the number of people in your family. The dryer has shrunk every last pair of your jeans. Your added chocolate chips to your cheese omelets. You're using your cell phone um, to dial up bumper stickers that say "How's my driving?" and call 1-800 eat Family meetings are often mediated by law enforcement officials. Oh, yeah, that's scary. You have to check your kids' date timer to see if they can take out the trash in between games. Maxwell House gives you an industrial rates. Yeah. Um, People have trouble understanding your kids because they've learned to speak through clenched teeth. Yeah. So that is it. Oh boy, that is it for today, folks. Subscribe, and I'm glad to be back here on Investigator News 2. And we put out the post, the funny post for the week. It's out there. So if you want to watch it, share it. Also, share the show. We are back, and we're only getting bigger and better. And I thank all my viewers for that. I thank everyone in Facebook and YouTube for uh, for sharing and helping us to grow. It's our viewers, and understand this, folks. No matter who you watch on YouTube, Facebook, you, the viewers, are what makes the program grow. And sometimes they get baggy, subscribe, please like. And no, just subscribe and like and hit that bell because you like us. You want to come back. You want to be informed when we're on. And we appreciate every one of our viewers. So, thumbs up, maybe the heart, Too bad they didn't have one that beats. Oh, I'd like a few beating hearts. Yeah. So with that, folks, we will see you tomorrow. If not, come on back for me and William in 15 minutes for the World War III show. And boy, we got a lot on there today. You're going to learn a lot. So with that, I'm happy to be back with Investigator News 2. And please share. Thank you all for watching. And, I'm going to throw in my new, see if I can find it. I'm going to throw in our new ending to go with all the animals, and hope you enjoy it.